Yo, 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 what the deal? It's your boy X.E.L. Welcome back to the channel, man. Thank you guys for coming back. But if you are new here, please do me a favor and like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so I'll let you know when I drop another video. And make sure that you comment below, I'm new here. So that way we can know, we can get some new people in the comment section. All right, so today what we're actually going to be going over is another FreeWare Cookup. All right, so today we're going to be using the iota mini as one of the freewares that we actually going to use in this video. Let's get right into it. All right, so we're in Cakewalk and we're going to go into a new project and we're going to use our freeware template that we created. If you haven't watched the first freeware cookup, this is where I show you how to actually create a template you can use inside of Cakewalk. All right, and this right here is my light theme. If you're interested in this theme or my dark theme, I have a link below in the description that you can download these themes for free. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna just pull up Iota Mini. All right, and this is what Iota Mini looks like. It is by Angelic Vibes. You can download it. The link will be in the description. You can download this VST for free. They come with a whole bunch of different sounds in here that you can actually use. For their instrument list, this is what they have. They even have actual trap drum kits. This kit or this VST was specifically made for trap sounds and like trap producers. So we'll make a trap beat out of it. All right. So let's kind of get into it, and we'll start with let's say a guitar. And it has pretty simple controls. You have like your cutoff option here, so you can cut off your highs and lows here. You have a reverb built into it and have a attack and a release on here as well. And like I was saying, if you go down here to where it says the drum kits, it actually has an actual drum kit inside here, and the drums aren't bad at all. I really like the way they have, you have your gain and your pan on each one of the sounds as well. And it has about 10 kits. So yeah, so you can use this to make a whole entire beat by itself, because it does have basses in here as well. They're not the best bass, but you can still use it to make a beat. All right, so let's actually start with maybe a bell. All right, so let's make a trap beat. Let's do like a 160 tempo. Let's set a loop in here. We're gonna do about 8 bars. Let's do an 8-bar loop. Can Shift and L to make that loop. And we can just double click in here and bring up the piano roll. And let's go down here to MIDI and let's go and turn on snap to scale. Let's do C sharp. And we're going to do a minor. So let's start with a chord. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop this one down by holding control and then hit the number 2 on the number pad, and that'll drop it down an octave. So I'm going to kind of move this over. And let's move. Let's move it over here. And we're going to move this one over. So these will kind of be like our bass notes. And we can probably do another one like here. So let's make them about half of a bar. All right, so we have a real simple pattern we just created here. So let's right click on them. I'm going to duplicate this over. So I have them all set up down here. I'm actually going to drop them down an octave. And I'm going to change these last two pieces here. All right, so we kind of have that on here. Let's change the sound. All right, I think I like that sound better. So let's actually make some higher chords or notes up here. So let's kind of do a chord. So what I want to do is I'll probably bring these middle ones back, right, to about here. All right, now bring the top one back a little bit. So it's kind of like giving a nice little ARP kind of sound on there. And we can kind of duplicate these over. And we'll probably need to change up this last one here. And basically what we're doing is just making chords. Just that's pretty much a simple way to kind of explain how all this is getting put together. I know it looks a little confusing, but it's just really just moving the chords around. So I'm actually placing one, skipping one, then adding it into that next spot. And if you wanted further information about that, I do have a video showing you about chord codes. You can definitely check that out and find out how to use chord codes inside a cakewalk. All right, so after doing all of the editing for the basically like the melody part of the track or the chords, whatever you want to call it, this is what I came up with. So pretty much just a nice little simple melody and everything set up on here. I'm just going to bounce these to clips just so that it'll stay intact, so it won't change up later on. All right, I'm going to make another iota mini in here, and I'm going to just kind of drag and drop this one down. And I want to change the sound itself. Let's see if we can find something else. All right, so what I can do here is just going to make them into regular chords, move everything to the beginning. right, so now since I've already stretched all of them out, I'm just going to do a legato on here. I have my legato set as Alt and L, and I can do my legato, and just going to set that up. So now all the keys are actually touching, because we want it to kind of go through. If we're going to use this piano on here, I think that's probably the best way to kind of go about it. Let's actually try a pad on here though. All right, so now we have some plucks and we have a nice little pad-like pluck in there as well. All right, so let's add another iota mini. Let's see if we can find a pretty cool bass. All right, so let's use this rumble. And what I'm going to do is copy these bass notes. And bring them onto this iota mini here. And we're going to drop these down. All right, so I'm going to bring these up, these bottom ones, bring them up an octave. And then now all we need to do is give a nice little bounce to the 808 and kind of cut it to where we feel that bounce would be. I think I like that little bounce there. All right, so this is what I came up for with the bass line. Something really simple is to kind of give it a nice little bounce using the iota mini. Something really simple to kind of get the bounce going for the track itself. Now we're going to add another iota mini in here. All right, I want to add like one little pluck in here as well. This to kind of, just like I said, give it a little bit more oomph in there. Let's see. All right, so I just added a nice little pluck in here just to kind of give it a little bit more bounce inside of the track as well. Something real simple to kind of just give it, like I said, a little bit more bounce inside the track. Let's open up another iota mini and let's get into the drums on here. All right, so on here, it starts on C3 for the drums on the iota mini. So all right, I'm going to stretch it out so I can kind of see, and we'll probably just split. Let's do a split here. All right, and let's mess with the velocities on these. So I'm gonna mess with this one. All right, I think that's where I want to do it. So like every other one, we'll do those changes on here. So I'm gonna do Alt so I can bring this in. Just gonna duplicate these over. All right. So all right, and what I can do now for the kick is actually, all right, so what I can do is take the bass notes, grab all of these and use them as the kick. Do a Control and C, copy those, bring them over to the kick, which is going to be on C3. Do a Control V, and as you see, the bass notes are down here. So I can highlight all of these bass notes, right? All right, so what I can do is go, so now that I have these in here, I can set them to this C3 by going up here. And there's an option up here that has like a little piano that says like pitch. So basically, if you click on this, you can change it. And we want C3 is what we want it on. And we want the volume to be at 100%. Right? So now we have the kicks on the C3. And we could take out some of the kicks just so to make it a little bit easier. And I'm gonna hold shift on the kick to make it smaller. And once you hold shift, anything that's highlighted will be the same exact length. So now all of them are the same length. All right, so I'm gonna take out this one, take out this one, take out the ones that are actually on the snare. All right, and let's raise the volume of those kicks. And I think these are actually pretty good drums for a standalone VST. This is why I kind of use IO to MIDI at time to times. Even if, you know, if you're just starting out in Cakewalk and you just want to just learn how to do all these things, I think this is a very good tool for you to actually pick up. AutoRewind. So now that we have all the drums down, we have our bass, we have our sounds, we have pretty much a complete beat. Now, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys are joining the Discord. The link will be below in the description. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And once again, it's your boy, X.E.L.O. Until next time, people. Peace.